Hey, welcome back everyone to another ice cream review. Today we got a little bit of a doozy before us. My AirPods are absolutely raining out some Deicide songs right now, so I have mixed feelings. I don't know what I should be feeling right now, if I should be feeling blasphemous or excited to be eating some ice cream. But anyway, we got a little bit of an oddball today. I think that's Graeter's, and it says Graeter's Buckeye ice cream. I walked by the aisle at Giant Eagle and saw this. This is Buckeye Blitz by Graeter's. I saw this at Giant Eagle. It caught my eye among the what feels like thousands of pints that they have there. And being an Ohio-born boy, a Buckeye fan, you know what I mean? I think we gotta try it out, see what's going on. Chocolate peanut butter ice cream with dark chocolate chips and peanut butter cookie dough. Sounds pretty dense. And it's a good thing I got my trusty milk mug with me because it sounds like a lot of chocolate and peanut butter and overall deliciousness, but giving Ben & Jerry's a run for its money in terms of thickness. We got 1,300 calories about to go down the gullet, 80 grams of fat, a little bit of trans fat actually, that's pretty crazy, a little bit of sodium, 96 grams of sugars, 22 grams of protein, a little bit of potassium, a little bit of iron, a little bit of calcium, all whatnot. Contains milk, egg, peanut, wheat, and soy. You got some lady sitting on top of the barcode there. And it's going to be some good stuff. It says always dense and delicious, which I tend to believe, but it also says superior ingredients, which I'm a little doubtful right there. But hey, nevertheless, we will scan this sucker, find out what's really lurking beneath the surface of this visually appealing pint of ice cream. I mean, shoot, it's got the scarlet and gray. That's good stuff right there. So, scanning that barcode. All right, 22 out of 100 off of Yuka right there. That's actually not bad. Going right off the bat into the additives, no high risk, which I'm actually kind of shocked by that. More info. It's that war gum again that was in the previous Ben & Jerry pint. And the locust bean gum. What the heck is this? Another texturizing agent. So that's got to be the third ice cream we've seen where most of these additives are used for a texturing effect. Obtained by grinding the seeds of the carob tree, a fruit tree native to the Mediterranean region. Among other things, additive can be used as an emulsifier, stabilizer, and a thickening agent. 2015, a study published in the Journal of Nature found the consumption of emulsifiers can alter the balance of gut microbiota and cause inflammation in the digestive tract. However, during a reevaluation in 2023, the European Food and Safety Authority deemed this additive to be perfectly safe for human health. Well, that's a 180. Nevertheless, this opinion does not take into account some recent, more incriminating studies regarding emulsifiers. In fact, a study by INSERM, the French National Institute of Health and Medical Research in 2024, found a direct correlation between the consumption of this additive and a heightened risk of breast cancer. At the same time, the team in charge of the study noticed certain discrepancies, which means further studies are required. So it just kind of sounds like more inconsistencies. I believe this was the same thing that led war gum to be limited risk or at least uncertain. Yeah, they talk about war gum having a risk of prostate cancer. So breast cancer and prostate cancer, two things I don't need. Other than that, you got some soy in there, for your soy boys out there. This is definitely something for you. Fat-wise, but hey, 22 out of 100, not bad at all. Fat-wise, high on that radar, of course. Of course, it's going to be high in sugar. Protein, fiber, sodium, calories, all of which going to have, I can't believe they actually got green lighted on. That's actually quite impressive this is not low calories. This might be a different formula, honestly, just come looking at that's gotta be different. I feel like this is a different ice cream than what's being advertised right here. But we'll run with it nevertheless. It's got the same title, but a different kind of a picture. I'll see if I can do any kind of comparison and research and differentiate the two, but we'll take it at face value as it is. Pretty good stuff, man. So I'm actually excited to get into this. I've been thinking about this all day. It gives you a reason to rush home after work. I got a pint of ice cream waiting for me. A little bit of Grateful Dead playing right now. That should have queued up when we were eating Cherry Garcia. Here you go, cracking this baby open. Okay. Little uneven distribution right there. There's a little bit of a gap, but you know, kind of straightforward. A little peanut buttery looking ice cream. I'm gonna scrape off the top. Of course, this does not count as a first bite. So evidently, this company was established in 1870, so they've been around for a while. We're gonna see what they're all about with their Buckeye Blitz flavor. So we'll see if this determines if they get any more reviews in the future, or if I'm as eager as a consumer to go and pick their products moving forward. But this seems kind of like an outlier one, you know, Buckeye specific. Probably not the best first product to try from a company, but oh well, we'll dig right in. Even after pulling it out of the fridge, it's already kind of melty and easy to melt. And here we go. Chocolate chips, what is it? Chocolate chips and peanut butter cookie dough. So it's in the chocolate chips and peanut butter cookie dough in the ice cream, and then it's a chocolate peanut butter ice cream itself. So this is kind of a little duplication of flavors, but nevertheless. Okay, so right off the bat, ice cream, again, it feels a little more dense. The ice cream itself feels a little more dense and solid than Ben & Jerry's does. And the morsels, the cookie dough and the chocolate morsels, they feel a little more chewy. However, see, you got this nice little chocolate vein right here. That feels a little hard right there. I'm gonna see if I can dig that out and give that a try. I feel like I'm digging for gold right here. Oh my, oh my. Look at this. You see that? That is all solid chocolate right in that. We're about to see what's going on in this house. Oh man. I don't know. That was chocolatey. That required a sip of milk. I don't know if that was fudge, or if that should have been the cookie dough. But that's way too big to be a chocolate chip. Y'all saw that. That was the size of something Parker Schnabel would pull out of his sluice box up in the Klondike. Nevertheless. I don't know, comparatively, it just feels like a lot smoother of an ice cream. Like it just, again, like despite it being pulled fresh from the fridge, it's a little more melty than what you would expect, and with what I've seen with other brands. I'm definitely getting the peanut butter flavor out of that cookie dough. That's pretty unique. Gonna have to try and pace myself with this milk. I think the rule's only one mug. I don't think we can get refills right now, so. The cookie dough can get caught in your teeth a little bit. I'm also listening to Slipknot right now. Which is, you know, not the most ideal ice cream eating music, but it also leads me to think, I'm surprised they haven't made an ice cream of their own yet, you know? Like a Slipknot pint of ice cream, you can kind of see that. The flavor would be gross. It would be called, like, I don't know, the cream of the maggots or something weird like that. I don't know. Mmm. Got a lot of cookie dough in this bite right here. Gonna have to sort this out. Ooh. That's got a hint of chocolate morsel that blended really well with that ice cream. Now that I'm looking at this, it seems like the chocolate chips, if that's what they're called, yeah, they're called dark chocolate chips. They feel a lot bigger than like what you would picture like a regular chocolate chip to be like. This isn't some like little morsel you get from like, you know, Troll House cookies or something like that. This is like an actual like giant clump of chocolate they're just throwing in here. It's pretty awesome. I think the only modern country song that I've ever liked just came on, Sweet Lady by Dylan Gossett. I don't even know, like, would you call that country or would that be something else, like Americana or bluegrass? I don't know, you tell me. But I like it. And anything else anyone else has made that's similar to it, I've hated. I'm very anti-country. But hey, that's just my opinion. Oh man, see, look how big that chunk of freaking chocolate is right there. Like, that's not just some chocolate chip, brother. Look at that. You need an excavator to haul that thing up out of the ground, man. We're gonna need milk on this one. Oh my gosh. Oh, finally got that piece down. Oh my gosh. And then my headphones get blasted by Origin. That is an insane contrast. If you know, you know. That's what my stomach experiences every single time I do one of these reviews. I just eat an entire pint of ice cream. Just put on any song by the death metal band Origin, and that's what my innards are like every time I eat one of these pints in one sitting. That bad boy right there, that is all chocolate, man. All chocolate, just a giant clump. Looks like an igneous rock. Like, what is going on here? I feel like a geologist right now. Oh my goodness. This is bananas. So I'm about halfway through the pint. You can see how melty it is right there. You know? And again, this thing hasn't even been out in the fridge for more than 10 minutes, but I just feel like it's melting at a faster rate than most other pints would, but that's neither here nor there. Oh man. All right, we're getting towards the end there. Let's just try to finish this pint so we can generate an opinion off of it. All right, it's been very enjoyable so far. It gets caught in your teeth, but it's very tasty. Definitely very tasty. If you like chocolate and peanut butter, you're getting a good combination right here, a good mixture. That is that. Oh man. You will need a glass of milk for this ice cream. And hopefully that glass looks like that by the end of it. Okay, so wrapping up this right here. Shoot, man, I mean, where do we really even start with this ice cream right here? Graeter's Buckeye Blitz ice cream. Man, it was good. It was definitely very good. First ice cream I've had of this brand, and that really kind of set the tone. I don't know if that's any kind of a flagship product they made or anything that they used to branch off for the football season or just for some state pride, but it was definitely a strong start. Peanut butter ice cream mixed with peanut butter cookie dough and some chocolate chips, which those were not chocolate chips, those were chocolate chunks, my guy, and they dissolved like fudge more than chocolate. Like it was rich. It was rich and there was a lot of it, but you know, very, very good stuff. One thing I'll say, it can be very chewy. So if you're not used to that kind of aspect, if you're not used to the cookie dough and the chocolate chips kind of getting in your teeth a little bit, that will happen. This ice cream though, I want to say, it's just a different consistency compared to like a Ben & Jerry's and really any other like main brand ice cream. Like, it's a different consistency from Breyers. It's kind of different from, you know, Perry's, but it's still good. Like, it's still a quality ice cream. I don't know. I almost want to say it's more of a creamy kind of a consistency, a little more dense, which that's what it claims it is on the pint. But yeah. Shoot, man, very, very good. Yeah, there's definitely multiple times in this pint where I had to just pause and just process everything because it was very, very flavorful. Very strong in chocolate, you know. The ice cream blends really well. It gets that really good in between of peanut butter and chocolate. It never gets like, it's not really like a peanut butter cup type of peanut butter. So if you're looking for something like that where it's more like a Reese's peanut butter, that's not really that. I didn't really get that kind of a feeling or that kind of a sensation in this pint. This was more kind of like it helped tame the flavor of the chocolate so much. I would say it was more chocolate than peanut butter just because given the size and intensity of the chocolate chips. The cookie dough was a nice touch, and you sit and analyze it, it really is like a peanut butter cookie dough, but it leaned more chocolate in my direction. So again, yeah, 22 out of 100 rating on Yuka. That could be accurate, could not be. Yeah, this was a really, really good ice cream, man. My goodness, Graeter since 1870, man. Good stuff. I do not know if they're an Ohio-based company, but if they are, that's really cool. Rating-wise, shoot, man, this is an easy 7 out of 10 for me. That's an easy 7 out of 10. It's dense, but it's not the most dense ice cream you've ever had. You know, despite it being a 1,300 calorie pint. It was some good stuff, man. That was some good stuff for sure. Yeah, I would recommend this on like a night in, movie night, if you're going home watching the Buckeyes game. watching Ohio State dominate Michigan once again after that brief little period of time when Michigan was having a heyday. But, you know, hopefully all things return back to order eventually, and hopefully we'll get to see more of that, and hopefully we get to enjoy more of this ice cream. But yeah, very, very good flavor. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and watching. Hope you enjoyed the review, and hope you tune in for next week's video. Peace out.